How's it going? Tuesday, February 22nd, 2022. If you look at the calendar, today is 2/22/22. If you wrote a check. How about that? When was the last time that happened? 1/1/2011, right? 1/11-11, you'd write a check. But today, 2/22/22. How about that? Continuing my episode guide on baseball Hall of Fame players. I am on episode, what number? 363. Why am I doing all these episodes? Just a hobby, just fun. Look at all aspects of baseball players, especially those who are in the Hall of Fame. And I'm doing titles. What do I mean by titles? If a certain player wins in a category for the season, he gets the title in that category. For example, I did 15 episodes on position players: hitting, batting, average, total bases, home runs, doubles, triples, RBIs, extra base hits. I did a whole series on titles there. Right now I'm on pitching, and I've done wins titles, innings titles, and strikeouts titles. Who won the wins title, indicating who had the most wins in a season, the most times. Warren Spahn had 8 wins titles. Who had the most innings titles? He pitched the most innings in the season. He was number 1 for the season. He got the title. Grover Cleveland Pete Alexander had 7 innings titles. Who had the strikeouts titles? Most strikeouts in a season. Warren Johnson had 12 strikeout titles. This episode is ERA titles, earned run average. The lowest for the season, he wins the title. Who has the most? Let's start with the least and work our way up to the most. These players had 1 ERA title. How about a guy named Babe Ruth? Back in the day, he pitched. He got an ERA title. Stan Koviski, Bob Feller, Ted Lyons, Early Wynn, Catfish Hunter, Don Sutton, Juan Marichal, Bob Gibson, Phil Niekro, Mordecai Brown, Joe McKinney, Vic Willis, John Clarkson, Old Hoss, Charlie Radburn, John Ward, and Pud Calvin all had 1 ERA title. Who had 2? Addie Joss, Ed Walsh, Red Faber, Hal Newhouser, Whitey Ford, Jim Palmer, Nolan Ryan, Hoyt Wilhelm, Rube Waddell, Amos Rusi, Cy Young, Tim Keefe. Who had 3? Warren Spahn, Dazzy Vance, Tom Seaver, and Carl Hubble. Who had 4 ERA titles? Greg Maddux, Randy Johnson, Pete Alexander. Who had 5? Christy Matheson, Pedro Martinez, Sandy Koufax, and Walter Johnson. But there's one guy who just completely dominated in ERA titles. Do you know who? He has the most. Out of all the baseball pitchers who are in the Hall of Fame, this guy has the most ERA titles. Lefty Grove with 9 ERA titles. Must have been tough to hit. Woo! Lefty Grove, okay. What should I do next? Shutout titles. Most shutouts in a season, you get the title. and who did it the most. Talk to you later. Ken Arzone, I'm out.